You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you may not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
Yay Networks.
You're listening to the Chatty Daddies podcast.
Welcome to the Chatty Daddies.
It's a podcast with three dads. We think we're parenting experts, so we get together and we just do a little chit-chatting.
Yeah, we do. Last week, I was not a parenting expert. I was the one asking for help. And I want to start the podcast off by saying thank you to all our chatty daddies and chatty mommies who reached out to me on Instagram and sent me DMs and lifted me up.
You were going through it. Things have kind of taken a turn with your son.
Yeah,
and
still going through it.
Okay, he's still going through it, and the relationship's changed, the dynamic has changed. He's kind of in a funky attitude with you and your wife, and things just are a little on edge.
It's been tough. It's been a lot of second guessing, a lot of am I doing it right? But thank you for all the affirmations and for all the kind words, and for those parents that have gone through it and told me that it's definitely a stage that he's going through. I sat there and I read all these, and it made me feel so much better.
Was there anything that someone said that kind of stuck out to you that was helpful? I mean, I'm sure you did get a lot of people, which is good, of people saying like, hey, just hang in there. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Were there a lot of those?
It was the main thing that it was a lot of people had the same advice, which was just to let him go through this stage. And when you feel yourself losing your cool, it's okay to take your time, and that's the main thing. It's a lot of this parenting stuff has to do with we lose our cool, and that's when our worst moments happen. And we just got to learn as parents how to go around those and how to not lose our cool and how to be people who fix things instead of make things worse.
Mm-hmm. Did you get any advice that was like terrible? Like or just you're like somebody that says like, oh, lock him in a closet, put lit cigarettes out on him.
I got into a funny conversation with one of the gentlemen who was obviously being sarcastic and joking around, and he wrote me and he said, hey, your kid's acting up, you got a pool, right? Just throw him in it whenever he's acting up.
Throw him in the pool.
And we got into a conversation where I was like, you know what? I do think, because a couple of our little arguments have started outside, we're just playing outside or whatever, and he loses his cool. And I've pictured myself, and remember, it's cold now. The pool is probably about 50 degrees, and the temperature outside is anywhere between 20 to whatever, 50 or 60. I pictured myself throwing my son in the pool. Just
I'll imagine it.
To switch things up and to just to
exercise.
What would he do if I at this moment threw him in this cold pool? I didn't do it, but I thought to myself,
thought about it.
My dad would have thrown me in the pool.
You think he would have?
Yeah, because my dad was more of on the machismo. My uncle who helped raise me, he would throw me in the pool. So why don't I throw myself?
Yeah, look at you, weenie dad over here.
I'm over here.
What a sissy dad, JC. Throw your kid in the pool.
I'm being too nurturing right now. I got to throw him out into the real world, and it's a cold world out there, and this is the best way to introduce him to it.
Give us an update on how it's been this week. You and Kaysen getting along just fine, and how's screen time?
So we had a bit of a screen time. Still sucks. Like many families out there, we had to deal with a bout of COVID. Again in our family.
Fun.
We had someone show up to our house with their family, and they were all infected. They knew they were infected, and they showed up to our house regardless of
that's nice.
Their feeling good or sick. They showed up, and
it was the giving season.
They passed it on to our family, which caused a bit of a rift between my wife and I and created some arguments. And so when your kids are sick, it's hard to implement the new rules you want to implement.
Yeah, I think all bets are off. I think screen time is off. Watch as much, well, see, for us, our generation, it was watch as much Price is Right as you want when you're sick.
Yeah.
I have
you'll be all right.
a lot of opinions about the Price is Right now if you want to get into it.
Sure.
But we set up the TV in his room because We're done with quarantine this week. I mean, we should be clear to go. I think either today or tomorrow, I think we're set to go. But yeah, we put the TV in his room. He's actually honestly been a little bit better about getting off. We had a conversation about, listening. And when we ask you to do something, do it. So he's actually been better about that. Yeah. He didn't throw fits or tantrums when we asked him to get off, which is good. So I guess to answer your question, Trey, it's going a little bit better.
Good.
Or as good as it can go with COVID going on in the house.
That's all you want. You want minor improvements. If today was better than yesterday, then that's a win.
When you guys have a serious thing to bring up, like JC, you're talking with your kids about their behavior or screen time, do you guys have a formal, we're going to have a family meeting? Do you guys come in the living room and sit down, or do you just address it right then? How do you do it? I've never had the family meeting.
We bring everybody into the living room or into a bedroom, and we have everybody sitting down because my son is, and I think it's a boy thing where they don't listen. They just walk around aimlessly around the room when you're talking to them.
Not even nervous energy, just young energy.
Yeah, young energy. So we have to be all sitting down, and we do have our but this is not an everyday occurrence. It's something crazy went down or they did something dumb, but they both have to be in it so they listen and learn from each other's mistakes. What about you, Nick?
Well, no, we've never had the full. I mean, I think I need to start doing family meetings maybe, because if something's happening where I need to correct it right away, of course I will. But then whenever I try and air out why what they're doing is wrong, they don't listen. Yeah. If I tell my son, stop hitting your sister or whatever, he doesn't look at me, doesn't make eye contact, sometimes rolls his eyes, but it's just like he's not listening in that moment. His brain is shut off no matter what I say. It's in one ear at the other. And I'll ask him, repeat to me, what did I just say?
Yep.
It's not even close to what I just said. Not even the same topic.
You said Ellie has hair?
Yeah, so maybe I do need to obviously, hey, don't stand on your sister. I need to stop that. But maybe down the road, I need to plan a family meeting outside of the situation where emotions are not running high. And then maybe that can address some things.
You know what's helped? We do family court.
Ooh,
I'm the judge, right? I'm the judge and my wife, we're the judges. And we have the kids go in, and if they have an altercation or if somebody did something wrong or they heard she's making fun of me or he's making fun of me, we sit down, we start family court. I let each of them, there's a defendant and a plaintiff every time. Wow. I let them all state their case, and then I let them have a response back. So they go around twice, and then I let them know who I think is at fault, or if anybody's at fault, and we move on. And that's actually worked because it actually turns into a lot of fun.
I was going to say, that sounds like a blast. I was going to ask, where did you come up with the idea for a family meeting, Nick?
I mean, that's just I've just kind of always heard okay,
TV
we have a family meeting. Yeah, TV shows, ABC Family.
Yeah.
All the Full House maybe. I don't know, just having a serious family meeting.
Because if you never experienced it in your own childhood, which I never did either, I've never been I probably need to call a family meeting. Nothing's happened at this point with Quaid. He's too young. But family court sounds like a blast.
Way better.
Now, how did you come up with that? Just randomly?
Was starting to realize that during my family meetings, the kids weren't paying attention, which Nick just brought up. They don't respond back. They don't repeat what we said. So I started making it so that they interacted with us instead of just me or my wife being the ones that are doing all the talking. Now they get to be a part of it.
And then they have to they be quiet while the other one's saying something. Right.
There's no talking while one's talking. So the way I started, Trey, is I'll get in there and I'll go, all right, let's say, Kaysen, you are the plaintiff. What are you accusing Chloe of doing? And he'll say, Chloe said this to me while we were playing, and blah, blah, blah. He'll finish. I'll say, thank you. Chloe, you are the defendant. What exactly happened in your eyes? And she'll say, no, I didn't say it like that. I said it this way. I didn't mean to hurt his feelings. She'll finish. I'll then turn to Kaysen. I'll say, Kaysen, your response to that? Oh, I didn't know that's what she meant. I thought she was trying to make fun of me. All right, cool. Chloe, what's your response to that? I'm sorry, Kaysen, if you thought I was making fun of you. All right, it's time for my final verdict. The final verdict is, Kaysen, you misheard what your sister said. She is not in trouble. Let's go back to playing. And both kids go, all right, cool. And they go.
That does sound like a fun way to do it.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's fun, but I could see how it could quickly turn argumentative and loud and yelling again.
Absolutely.
Right.
But does anyone object? Can you call a witness? Is there evidence? Exhibit A.
Have you tried to give out the death penalty?
No, not yet.
No, it's not in your state. Got it. California. Obviously. He's from California.
So, JC, you and a lot of us are struggling on like, okay, it's the new year. How am I going to get my kid to not watch TV all the time?
Yeah.
How am I going to change screen time? How am I going to get them to do something that's active, that's fun, that's going to also help them learn at the same time? That's why we suggest our friends at KiwiCo. With a KiwiCo subscription, your child can discover something new all year long. So kids can discover the engineering and mechanics behind everyday objects, the science and chemistry of cooking, geography and culture from cultures from around the world, and brand new art and design techniques, all through really fun hands-on projects.
You know, these are awesome. KiwiCo is great because as parents, we're often looking for something to do for our kids to make sure that they're not just taking up time in the right way, but also learning while they do that. This knocks it out of the park because you're not going to have to do anything. You're hands off. Your child is going to get super cool hands-on science, art, geography projects delivered to their door every single month. And by the second one, I've noticed that my kids started realizing, oh, wait, we're going to get a package because what's cooler than getting mail as a kid?
Right. And
nothing.
I'm fine at teaching my kids something. You know, you guys are probably fine at teaching something.
Yeah. They don't listen to me. They're not listening to us, do they, JC?
No.
Kids, they never listen to us.
But when they get into the KiwiCo experience, you're going to get like science and art and geography projects that are designed to help kids learn and get them engaged.
And it's cool to see them like start something and then complete it. Like, okay, I'm going to build this.
Yeah.
They have instructions, and then they get to actually see what their hard work resulted in.
Yeah. And they can do this on their own now. My kids can actually open up because it comes with the instructions, little booklets. Sometimes it comes with a little comic book type thing. And they just read it on their own. They follow the instructions. Sometimes they'll be like, I don't really understand it, but I'll dive in for 2 seconds, and then they're back at it. And it takes up a good amount of time for them to do this, so it's great.
Redefine learning with play. Explore hands-on projects that build confidence, creativity, and critical thinking skills all year long. You can get 50% off your first month plus free shipping on any crate line with the code DADDIES at KiwiCo.com. That's 50% off your first month at KiwiCo.com and use the promo code DADDIES.
Oh, real quick before we move on to our next subject, regarding the family that came to my house while infected with COVID and knowing the reason they came over, and I'm guessing maybe they're not the only ones that feel this way. They thought it would be okay to come to our house because they asked us, and they said, "Are you guys vaccinated?" And I responded with yes. They responded with, "Are your kids vaccinated?" And I said yes. I think they thought that because we were vaccinated, we were going to not catch it.
Sure.
That has been proven false, obviously, by my family.
Yeah. I mean, I was vaccinated and I got COVID. So I mean, it happens. There's breakthrough cases that happen. But it looks like with your 4 people in your family, no one went to the hospital.
No, it was actually
good. Mild symptoms.
Way milder than it was the first time around when we all got COVID. So aside from that, but yeah, you can still pass on COVID to a family that has been vaccinated.
Oh, yeah.
Just in case people were wondering out there, because I know that our friends definitely were not aware of that, and that's why they came on over.
So it's a new year. We're all making resolutions, and we kind of thought, what about resolutions for us as parents? Us as a family, as fathers, there's things that we all know we should change. So why not make the year 2022 make those changes? So we're each going to kind of give a few little resolutions, I guess, that we have as parents. And I'll go first. And mine is kind of it. Well, I guess speaking of COVID, it does sort of tie into it because I still want to be very careful. I've been super careful this whole time, but at the same time, I do want to start getting out more. You know, we've been locked in for so long. Like, I want to be able to take our kids to more places, to not just be cooped up in the house just with each other all the time, because that's what we've been doing for the last 2 years, and we're getting a little stir crazy. And so that's kind of a resolution that I want to do. Figure out a way to safely do it. Might have to hunker down for a little bit longer until this wave dies down, but I think I'd like to get out more, like go to dinner more. And that doesn't mean go to dinner with a waiter more, but just get out more, let them experience different things.
Right.
And just see things that are not just their grandparents' house, their cousin's house, and our house, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
To piggyback on that one, Nick, getting outside, that's one of my parenting resolutions. In the last couple years, especially with the screen time fiasco that I'm dealing with Kaysen, I'm trying to get our entire family together every day for a walk.
Mm-hmm. I love walks.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Oh, give me a good walk in the neighborhood route, and I'm ready to go.
Or bike rides. You know, we haven't really been doing the walking. I've been doing, one of my resolutions is to run a mile 5 days a week. And so what I've been doing after I run my mile, I get home and I want to cool down because you're all, your heart rate's up. So I get the kids and we get on our bikes, or they get on their bikes, and we just walk the neighborhood with, all 4 of us and the dogs. Walk around, and we have some cool conversations, at least in the first week of the year that we've had.
Yeah, the walks are great for convo.
Totally.
So, they open up a little bit more, which
no
is
headphones,
no distractions, aside from the occasional squirrel that runs out or cute puppy, but no distractions. So you have like their full undivided attention when you stop down and you go look at a creek, or you stop down and go look at a tree, or it has actually, the first week, been the best switch up we've done for our family.
Well, that's good. Keep that up.
Now, I find that on the bike ride, you cannot have a conversation.
That's a little more tough.
Almost impossible.
But you do tend to have stops, right? Like you'll stop at a park bench, or there's a little creek sometimes that we stop at, and we just sit there and we talk, all 4 of us.
That's cool. So mine, I've got, I guess, more than you guys. Are we going?
I got a couple more.
Oh, okay, good.
We're going around.
I thought we were just like doing a laundry list. So I'll start with, well, actually, let me ask, when does Quaid's attention span kick in? Like,
is right now it's 0?
Right now it's 0,
yeah.
Although mine is not that great, so I'm not exactly sure when I'm supposed to start like making sure he's paying attention to what he's doing. Like he'll get fixated on one thing, like he's trying to put little shapes into holes, and he'll do that 2 or 3 times, and then he'll get bored and get up and leave. So I don't know how long of an attention span he's supposed to have.
Yeah, I mean, my kids' attention span is pretty shot when they're doing things. It's got to be something like real specific that they're super into for it to last, more than a minute.
Yeah, so the reason I ask is because he likes to grab books and he wants me to read them because I'll do some silly voice. And he gets to like 2 pages in, and then he jumps off my lap and runs to somewhere else to maybe grab a different book, to maybe grab the shapes toy, to grab some Play-Doh, whatever. So I want to work on getting him to get through the whole book. Like, like he'll do it at nighttime when it's time to go to bed. He'll sit there and he'll enjoy the book totally. But then middle of the day, not very good attention span.
Yeah.
So I'd like to work on him with that. But I don't know what my expectation should really be there.
May still be a little young.
Yeah.
I mean, my kids, they will not do a book in the daytime.
Really?
Ever.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing books during the day. That's like only a nighttime thing.
Because he's clearly excited about it, but I think he just wants me to like walk behind him and do a funny voice.
Right. I think the one where it kicked in for my kids, Trey, was when they started school and they started teaching them how to read when it comes to at least attention span when it comes to books. Because at that point, now they're doing the reading, and so they sit down now and they'll read an entire book or for 20, 30 minutes, an hour on their own because it's them doing it.
That's cool.
So I think as he starts learning to do things and he becomes self-sufficient, that's when his attention span will go up a little bit more.
And on the reading note, do you read in front of your kids, JC? Like, do you sit there with a book?
Yeah.
You do? Because I would like to implement that. Like, right now, it's only like right before I go to bed. Quinn never sees me with a book, basically. But I would like to be like sitting there instead of, playing with him. I'm sitting, or on the phone.
Yeah.
Jeez. But yeah, instead of being on the phone, sit there and I'm reading a book. And so he'll see me do that. I don't know, again, that will register with him at 15, 16 months through, whatever, 20, I can't do math, but through the rest of the year.
Right.
I don't think that'll register with him. But if I start it now, it'll be a habit with me.
It's funny that you guys are talking about reading so much. Last night, I kid you not, I don't know how we started talking about it, but it blew my kid's mind. He laughed so hard he tooted that when you grow up, there's no pictures in books. Like when you're reading a bigger book for an adult, there's no pictures. And so I pulled a book that we had and I showed him 0 pictures. It was a Harry Potter book, 0 pictures.
Which one?
I think it was the last one, Deathly Hallows.
Okay, not bad.
And flipped through it. It blew his mind how tiny the letters were and how there were 0 pictures and how thick the books were. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He laughed.
He should see comic books. Comic books are grown up versions.
Cool.
Yeah,
I've noticed that my son's attention span is starting to get a little longer because he's kind of started to figure out how to do puzzles, but like more grown up puzzles. Like not just the giant foam piece puzzles.
Right.
But
there's 6 pieces.
It's like 24 pieces. He's done some 48 piece puzzles.
Whoa.
It takes him a while. It's very frustrating to do a puzzle with him. He's obviously putting a piece with an edge like in the middle of the picture.
Right.
Oh,
and it's like, dude,
Davis.
that obviously doesn't go there. But he's figuring it out, so that's been good for his attention span. But something else, kind of piggybacking on what I was talking about earlier, just kind of getting out more. We do not do babysitters. Like, we've never had a babysitter. I mean, other than like my parents, their grandparents, or like an aunt or something on like one occasion. Like, it's never. So we like never go out on dates or anything. I want to do more of that with my wife. Like, I want my kids to see me prioritizing their mom.
You mean like, I'm sure there's like a Rover app for babysitters, right? Like they have Rover for dogs. And do you mean like a total stranger being their babysitter?
I would probably try and get someone that like one of our friends have used or something like that. Or if it's like a teenage kid in the neighborhood or something, like, I'm fine with that. But like, I just want to be able to, because like our kids aren't infants anymore. When they're like babies, I don't want anyone that doesn't know them around. But now that they're a little older and all they got to do is just kind of lay down in bed, I'd like them to see like my wife and I prioritizing our relationship more than like once every 4 months when grandma puts them to sleep.
Right.
So I'd like to do that more.
Yeah, part of parenting is still making sure that mom and dad are still on the same page and in love, and showing the kids what love is. Yeah, that's a great resolution.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Mine one. I have one that's, I guess, piggybacking too on Danny Tanner's death.
Boy,
we lost Bob Saget, and one of the greatest TV dads of all time. And the one thing that I noticed about Danny Tanner and all the episodes of Full House that I saw is that I maybe saw him lose his cool one time as a dad.
Yeah.
He was always so even-keeled and rational. That's my goal this year. I found myself that I yelled at my kids a little more than I would have liked to last year. And I know we've talked about this before on the podcast, but this year, if I feel myself getting to the point where I'm going to yell at my kids, I'm going to walk away.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to stay as calm as possible.
Head to the corner store for some milk and cigs and just not come back?
Not come back like my real, but I think that because honestly, after, living an entire year in this pandemic and definitely losing my cool a little bit more than I would have liked to as a father this year, I realized it didn't make them better. It didn't help.
Yeah.
So one of my goals is to, when I see myself get into that parent explosion mode, I'm going to walk away. I'm going to cool down. We need to walk away too and let our lids come back down before we try to teach them anything.
Yeah, I wrote the exact same thing down. I want more patience and to be more calm. Every night when I'm putting one of the kids down, my wife and I alternate who's putting which kid down. We always say a little prayer, and I always pray for patience. It hasn't happened yet, but that's on my New Year's resolution. Just patience is just something that I like. My kid will say like one sort of, out of bounds thing to his sister or something, and I'll just get so worked up and just kind of snap. And it's like, I need more patience. I need to be more calm. I have to. Yeah. Like, that needs to happen. Like, and I've said that every year, and I feel like a lot of parents probably say that all the time, but like, I'm going to do it. Like, I have to have it. It's got to happen.
Do it. I believe in you.
I've seen myself wanting to let my kids, when you see your son or your daughter about to make a mistake, you see them, they're up, you're going to fall, or this is going to happen. And I catch myself a lot of the times stopping it. Mm-hmm. And I want to let them fail.
Let them fail. Let them bump their knee. Let them. It's so tough. And I am right there with you, Trey. Like, because then what you're doing, JC, is you're constantly bickering and pestering them. Don't do that. Stop. No, do that. Don't do that. Exactly. Don't jump off the couch. No, you're going to get hurt. No, you're going to go to the hospital. And they just get beaten down by it.
They constantly hear, no, don't do that. No.
Absolutely.
I did it, what was it, like 2 days ago, we were on our little bike ride, and my daughter decided to ride on the grass. And it's different, the shift from the concrete to the grass is different. And so she started getting a little bit of speed on this hill, and I saw the speed wobbles. I could have easily grabbed her, because I could have caught up to her and grabbed her. And I sat back and I said, nope, I'm going to let her learn about speed.
Yeah.
And she got it more. I saw her brake, and she skidded out. She hit the brake a little too hard. She skidded out and fell. And guess what? She was okay.
She was fine.
Yep.
She didn't cry too much.
Yeah. If I would have just run in there and just saved the day and not let her, she wouldn't realize, okay, I don't need to hit the brake that hard. Okay, speed wobbles means that I'm going too fast. So I'm going to let my kids live their life and do a little bit of failing so they could do a little learning at the same time.
That makes sense. I like it. I don't know when I'm going to be able to let go and let him fall, let him, do something that's going to hurt him. But
it's one of the hardest things you can do is letting him do that. And that's just going to translate into when they're in school and if they're not studying for a test or if they're having problems with their friends at school or whatever. Yeah.
They got to get
it's bad news.
Now, a resolution that I feel like all Americans at least say is I'm going to eat better. I'm going to do something about my health, my nutrition. And you know what would help is if we would get them started young. Get them eating the right thing young, and that's where Once Upon a Farm comes in.
The leading baby food and kids snacks company, and they offer organic, cold-pressed fruit and veggie blends, dairy-free smoothies, overnight oats, meals, and more.
Yeah, they come in these little pouches, and so you just have them in your fridge ready to go. And my kids really love, there's one that's called Berry Berry Dairy Free. My son's lactose intolerant, so that one's really good. There's a Perry Blueberry and Spinach. You can't taste the spinach at all. I tasted it myself. And there's a Raspberry Kale Smart Blend. Again, you can't taste the kale. The kids love it. It's got really good flavors. And it's like the perfect size for a kid. They can just hold it in their little hands, this little pouch, and it's really been a lifesaver, like you're in the car, or it's a really good thing to like add to a meal. Maybe it's a snack. It's been very helpful for us.
Are we sneaking in nutrients without our kids noticing? Absolutely. And you know what? Let's keep doing that.
My kids in daycare, they have an immunity blend.
Oh, so important.
It's made with nutrition-packed fruits and vegetables like elderberry, dragon fruit, and those ever-important probiotics. To keep your kid healthy, the immunity blends are Clean Label Project certified, meaning they've been third-party tested for over 400 environmental and industrial toxins, including heavy metals, and they're good to go. Kids love them. You will be happy to grab one right out of your fridge and watch your kid's face light up when they get it.
Their subscription offering is fully customizable, so you can pick and choose from their wide variety of blends or meals and switch it up before every delivery. Get started today and enjoy an additional 30% off your first subscription order. Use code ChattyDaddies, no space, at onceuponafarmorganics.com. That's onceuponafarmorganics.com, code ChattyDaddies for an additional 30% off your first subscription order.
All right, so another one of my resolutions, and this is hard because I don't know how much he's going to change over the next year. It's got to be a ton. So I'm really making it a dad resolution more than a resolution for him.
Okay.
I am going to try to learn as much as I can from Quaid. I realize everybody's like, he's taught me so much. And sometimes that gets on my nerves and makes me want to grind my teeth when I hear people say that. But the other day, I was, just kind of, talking to Quaid, hanging out, playing with toys, and he is looking me right in the eyes. And I had to take my attention away from what I was playing with to look at him, and he's looking me right in the eyes. I am terrible with eye contact, but that is in him, and it hasn't been broken out of him yet. He's not all shy or absent-minded or anything like that. And I was like, boy, that is what a little human in his brain goes, I need to be staring at this guy so that I can learn and understand and be paying attention. And I go, I need to take what he's doing and do that myself because I'm terrible with eye contact. I sat there talking to Nick.
Trying to avoid eye contact this whole time, but not seem rude, Trey.
I was almost staring at the ceiling while talking to you. And then also laugh at the small things. Laugh more. He laughs at the dumbest, silliest things, like the small print that Davis was laughing at.
Hilarious.
Just like I don't laugh out loud enough. I'm like, oh yeah, that's funny. Oh yeah. Like, I want to laugh out loud because it feels good when you laugh. It just does, and he does it 400 times a day. And he's a happy little guy. I need to take that lesson from him. So my New Year's resolution is eye contact more, especially with Quaid, so that it doesn't get broken from him.
We're looking right now, Trey. Don't break it until you finish your statement.
And then I want to make sure that I laugh more at things that I generally wouldn't laugh at. Like Nick's smile now.
I hate this eye contact right now. And this was my
awkward.
idea.
Yeah. No, this one time I was supposed to come in and make eye contact with Kelly Raspberry on the Kid Craddock morning show, who already intimidates me because she's she's a powerful woman and she's been my hero on the radio for a long time. And so I was supposed to come in here and just sit here and make eye contact with her. It lasted maybe 8 seconds, and then I was like, and I folded. It's terrible.
By the way, there have been some studies done that say if you're feeling bad or you're not feeling right and you force a smile or you force laughter, it actually does trigger your brain in the same way that it would if you truly were smiling.
Can I also... go ahead.
If that makes sense.
It does, yeah.
I mean, it's like fake it till you make it.
I look like a psycho when I'm just sitting here smiling, but it's okay.
Just take a deep breath and smile.
I have in the past, like, I've thought about this several times about needing to make more eye contact. So what I'll do is I'll watch TV and try to make eye contact with a character on TV, trying to, like, trick my brain into thinking.
Good practice.
Who breaks eye contact first, you or Ray Romano?
Usually it's somebody from the television show because they'll cut away to the other person. I'm like, I got to find their eyes again.
Yeah. Does anybody else have any resolutions, or are we done with that?
I'm done with it.
I'm good.
So I do need advice a little bit. Am I making a great decision or a terrible decision?
Okay.
I brought this up on the Kid Craddock Morning Show the other day, and I need to get your thoughts because I'm more serious about getting a bidet.
Oh, boy.
I know that getting this little $30 thing, it just attaches to your toilet seat, cleans you off. I know that my children are going to play with it. So should I get it or not?
My main thing with bidets, I don't own one. I don't think I've used one ever. How do you know it's aiming at the target?
I don't know. I've read some reviews on Amazon, and it's just kind of, you just sort of position yourself well, I guess. I don't know.
Is there like a camera? You know, like I would like.
I think you can kind of feel it. I would assume when there's water squirting.
Adjust.
Yeah. I would want to create a bidet with like a little remote control that has a camera so that I could like target in like a jet
But
pilot.
I don't want to see that on myself.
I want a jet pilot target camera and then shoot.
So tell me,
what is wrong with you?
Yeah, you're crazy. Great ideas. Does this make my decision easier? Guys, I found that one of the bidets I was looking at there's a separate like $10 attachment that's like a child-proof lock. So do I just go ahead and get it?
Yeah.
It'd be like $40 for all of it.
Totally.
And it has so many great reviews. I probably use less toilet paper because I will use half a roll because it's never clean enough.
That was the next question I had. Is why do we need the bidet? Like, what's going on?
Get you a little cleaner. Use less toilet paper. You're rubbing yourself raw.
Yeah.
You don't get all chapped and stuff.
You wash it off. You power wash it, and then just use like half of maybe a third of the toilet paper just to dry it off.
Dry it.
If you're going to get the bidet, you got to get the child lock for sure.
Yeah.
And also, will you let the children use it under your supervision?
No, I don't think so because I just don't think their little bottoms will be in the right positions and stuff. And you know, I did bring it up to my wife, and she just rolled her eyes like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "But this one, it's special. It's like an extra $2. It has a separate nozzle that's a feminine." Wash
from the front.
It's not from the front. I think it's just a separate jet that like aims like a slight angle different.
Okay.
So she didn't really respond one way or the other to that, but I think I'm just gonna do it,
right?
And not tell her.
So that's the bidet and the vajay.
Will you?
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah.
Will you try the vajay just to see if it hits the back of the bag?
Sure. I mean, just see what all. And you know, there was one that had it was a little bit more expensive, like $20-$30 more expensive, but it could be you could put hot water in it. Like you could just hook it up to the hot water from a sink outlet, and so it had like two different water sources coming in. But like I'd have to drill through a wall to get to it, and I was like, I'm not going to do with all that. And I was reading some reviews, and someone was like, you get used to it. It's just room temperature water. It's not like cold water.
Right. Now
it'll wake you up 2 in the morning if you need it.
Right.
You know?
True. I have been anti-bidet for, let's see, how old was I when I got married? 27, 28 years.
Has your wife been pulling for one?
No.
Oh.
So when I got married, we went to Mexico, got married on the beach. Then we went over to another hotel for our honeymoon, stayed there for a week. Great time. And like on the 6th day we were there, we were like, we're leaving tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. flight. And that night before, I got Montezuma's Revenge.
Just the worst.
No.
And I hadn't tried a bidet. No, bidet, what? That's weird. Like, why would I want water shooting up there? That's just gross. And so then after like the 40th time on the toilet, I was tired of wiping.
Yeah.
And the bidet was a lifesaver. It was just the best. And now, completely pro bidet.
That's good.
Thank you, Montezuma.
And you know what, Trey, you've come a long way.
Yeah.
Because if this was 2 years ago, you would have thrown up halfway through this conversation.
Yeah, true. Well, when you deal with poop, on an average of 2 times a day.
Yeah, it's... Yeah.
Whatever, man. I can't fight it anymore. Mm-hmm. It's too much brain power to go.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna get in, just not tell my wife, and just set it up and see what she says.
I don't have to deal with poo anymore, guys.
Yeah, that's really good. No, that's a good thing.
I miss it.
You don't get any streaks in the laundry or anything like that? No, that's
I
good.
think we taught the kids pretty well on the wiping because there's no skidding out, nothing.
Do you want to know how I know that my children will play with the bidet?
How?
Because my parents have one at their house, and so I had one growing up. It was just in their. It was just in their restroom, or in their master bathroom.
Like this is a separate bidet.
It's a separate fixture. Like it looks like 2 toilets sitting side by side.
Right.
And it's been the same one. I don't think they've changed those fixtures in 30 plus years that they've lived in that house. And so in the bathroom, probably up until like 5 years ago, there was a definite like spot on the ceiling where my brother and I would shoot the water up as high as we think it could go.
Yeah.
And there was a spot on the ceiling. So I know that they're going to play with it.
Awesome.
Because I did when I was a kid.
This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy.
I'm Micheline Malouf.
And I'm Nadia Adesi, licensed therapists and host of Getting Better, Stories of Mental Health. Join us for discussions with Megan Trainor, Chris Bosch, Rebel Wilson, and more.
From discussing motherhood to immigrating to general mental health, our guests are awe-inspiring. We all struggle with the same things, so let's talk about it and destigmatize them. Find our new podcast, Getting Better, Stories of Mental Health, on iHeart, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify.
So are you guys ready for the Dad Bop of the Week?
Always. Let's do it. So this was started last week because Trey brought in a song from Blaze and
the Monster Machines.
And it was a jam.
It was called Mechanical Engineering, and it's fantastic.
So go back and listen to that. I think we need to start a playlist.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, I'll start a Spotify playlist.
Yeah.
We'll put it just in the description of this podcast.
I love it. Great idea.
So if you want to check out that song, and these are songs that like you can jam to as an adult.
Absolutely.
It's not just for kids. It's songs that are for kids that we happen to like.
Yes.
Is that a correct way to describe it?
Totally.
Yes.
So it's not going to be like your Twinkle, Twinkle.
Unless
it's a cool version.
It's got a cool remix or something.
That's
and
right.
Today JC stepped up and he's bringing his Dad Bop of the Week.
My Dad Bop of the Week was introduced to me by Kaysen when I think he was like 5 years old, maybe 6. So I've been bopping to this for years. And the cool thing about, kids bop songs that they bring you is, to you, it's always going to be new. But this song has been out since like 2005.
Great.
And it's from, still, my son loves this show, Teen Titans Go. They had this episode that involved Fall Out Boy and CeeLo and like they were going out into outer space and fighting these monsters. And then there was like a full-on song in the middle of this kids show. And this is risky because sometimes when you do a full-on song for kids, they're out. They're not going to listen.
They're going to listen to the 20-second intro and that's it.
And then they're done. No. My son watched this episode every single day for about 3 years. And I got onto this song, and I would go into the room when the song would come on because it's that boppy. The song is called The Night Begins to Shine.
This is like 80s.
It's like an 80s vibe, right? And it starts cool. The chorus is cool. It just hits, man. To the point where I started learning it on the guitar and I was playing it for Kaysen at night for his bedtime song.
This place is so sick, yo!
That's Beast Boy.
Yo!
Now, and if you get the actual song, the Teen Titans Go will not be talking in it. They actually have the actual version, but it's a make-believe band that they created for the show.
That's awesome.
It slaps.
It does sound good. Yeah, this is like
almost David Bowie.
David Bowie, Sting, I'm getting like hints of the Bangles for all of our old listeners.
Yeah. JC, this almost feels like you might have made love to this song at one point.
I think I did.
Yeah. hopefully it ended at a big explosion or something.
But right here, this is the part when I look at you. I see the story in your eyes. Guys. And I hate 80s music, by the way.
Yeah, it's not the best. Some people can dig it, but
so the fact that this song is a song I jam to, still that tells you a lot.
Rock Me Like a Hurricane. It's kind
Here
of
I am.
Here I am.
That's the closest. And Rock You Like a Hurricane is a great song.
Okay, well, so I'm going to come up next week, and I already know what I'm going to do, and it's going to be a jam, and it's super current and relevant, and I love it. So look forward to that. That's your big giant tease for next week.
Ooh. And kids movie of the week, I watched 2 of them, just in case you're looking for something to watch with the family. I watched Clifford.
And?
So good.
Okay.
So good. There were tears shed.
Oh, good. And Clifford doesn't talk, right?
No, he doesn't talk.
He's just a giant red dog.
Just a giant red dog.
Okay, so the premise of this movie is that the dog came from a magical... not pound, but like a magical like animal shelter, right? And then the dog will grow as big as your love for him.
Oh.
And as soon as I heard that, I go, I'm going to cry my eyes out watching this. I will not ever see it.
Yeah. It's your typical kids movie, and there's things that go on there that you're going to question, but it's still a good movie. And we also watched Sing 2, also phenomenal.
You know. My Dad Bop of the week is going to come from Sing 2.
All right.
Is it really? Perfect.
It is. It's my son's favorite movies.
Yeah, a little teaser right there.
Yes.
If we're doing new media that we've consumed,
yeah.
So my son only watches Peppa Pig and Paw Patrol.
Mommy, Daddy, George.
I like George.
I need your opinion, first of all, on Peppa Pig. I get it. The drawing looks like something you would get hit. Yeah.
Peppa, come here.
Yeah, they all look like wieners.
Do you enjoy the Peppa Pig?
It's fine.
Yes.
I love it.
Okay, that's good.
It's so sweet, and you know what? I don't think the writers on that show get enough credit because there is some like deep humor going on with these animals. These animals, there's so much little nuances that I think sometimes I'm like, maybe I'm the one making up the references. That
you're putting it in there.
Yeah, no, they know parents are watching with their kids, so they do that for us.
I have heard that it is a problem since Peppa Pig has become so popular that little kids will speak British.
Right.
And they'll say, Mummy.
Yeah, instead of a Band-Aid, they want a plaster.
This is why I stopped letting my son watch Caillou, because I didn't want my son to turn into an a-hole.
Oh, is he a jerk? Caillou's a jerk?
Caillou is the absolute worst.
Okay.
Well, I heard earlier this week about whatever the biggest Disney shows, the Disney Plus shows, and there was a show that I had never heard of. It was called Bluey.
Bluey's great.
And I was like, I'll check out Bluey. Bluey's phenomenal.
Yeah, is it really? Awesome. I haven't started it yet. I'm gonna get into it.
It's probably going to be outside of your even Chloe's range.
Yeah, it's too little
young
for them.
Oh, it's too little?
But
yeah.
It's adorable. It's so sweet, and it keeps me wanting to be a better father because of the dad on the show. Plus, it gives me great ideas for what I can do with Quaid, like games to play with them, because every single episode is basically a different game that one of the two parents is playing with.
The episodes aren't too long, right?
8 minutes.
Yeah, they're not long. It's really good.
With credits and the intro song, it's 8 minutes. So if you're really annoyed by the credits, my wife was like, "This is too short. Half of the thing is credits."
Credits, yeah.
Man.
But I love it.
I wish I could be a kid now. The other day we were watching TV and we had to watch actual TV like it wasn't anything recorded. And my daughter goes, "What is happening? What is that?" And I said, "Those are commercials."
Yeah. Commercial, sweetheart.
Yeah, that's in between. Yeah.
Speaking of Once Upon a Farm and KiwiCo, make sure to use code DADDIES.
That's right. That's right. Get your kids into something, not just
watching
TV. Well, that does it for this episode of the Chatty Daddies. Please come back next week. We're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff. If you want to hit us up, there are ways to contact us, our social media handles, our email. It's all in the description of this podcast. And we want to hear from you. Do you have questions? Do you have advice? Do you have criticisms? Hey, we're not perfect. Tell us what we did wrong, how we can become better parents. Let us know, and we'll see you next week.
The Chatty Daddies Podcast.